The tiny plant set. Let's talk about it. So, I mentioned back in the review for the bonsai tree that I began to take interest in the botanical collection as a means to add a bit of decor to my room. When it came to the tiny plants, the purpose of getting them was actually to be used in background of my videos. At the time, I was back and forth between getting the tiny plant set or the succulent set. However, I ended up getting the tiny plant set as a Christmas present, so my decision was made for me. Within this set, you can build 3 groups of plants, each with varying sizes. So, let's crack on with talking about them, starting with the pros. So as stated before, there are 3 groups of plants you can build in this set. You have the tropical plants, the arid plants, and the carnivorous plants. While I've never really seen many of the real-life plants in person, I think I've only really seen the Venus flytrap, the instruction manuals show an image of each plant, along with the names and where in the world they can be found. Looking at the builds and the images side by side, I'd say the set manages to do a great job at recreating them. Another thing that I like about this set is the use of already existing pieces for the plants. Take the false shamrock for example. In the image it shows that the flower petals are a triangular shape, and rather than creating a whole new piece, it uses purple butterflies instead. The same can be said about the jade plant and the red sundew, where it uses minifigure accessories as a means to make the leaves and petals. It's a clever use of pieces. I also really like the little plant pots for each plant. The way it works is, depending on the size of the plant, depends on how big and how detailed the plant pot is. For the smaller plants, it's a relatively simple build. It takes a couple of larger pieces and then some pins to hold them in place. It's the medium to large ones that have a bit more detail to them. I do have a little nitpick about the plant pots you make for the larger plants. So, why don't we move on to the nitpicks? So yeah, as I said, I do have a bit of a nitpick when it comes to the larger plant pots. Unlike the medium one, the larger plant pot has a lot more detail, but some of the building requires hinge pieces and clips. It's because of these pots, it feels, at least to me, that they are far more fragile in comparison to the plant pots. Like, if you pick them up wrong, there's a chance it could crumble. Like I say, this might be just me being worried about breaking it, but as I say, the other pots seem a little bit more structurally sound. Another little nitpick I had with this set actually comes from the plant I used as an example earlier, the false shamrock. Now, as I said previously, in order for the build to replicate the triangular petals, the set uses purple butterflies to achieve the effect. However, I'm unsure if I was the only one to experience this, but applying the butterflies onto the branch pieces caused issue as one of the sticks began to bend as I was placing on the pieces. Knowing my luck, it's probably just a me issue, but hey ho. So as usual, even with the nitpicks, I adore this set. And even though not all of them fit into the background, I still have the ones that I left out on display in my room. Honestly, like I say, I adore this set, and I'm really looking forward to some of the new ones that are coming out later this year. Like, at time of recording, LEGO announced some mini bonsai trees, and I really want them. Do I currently have room for them? No, but I still want them. And I think that's where I'll wrap up. Next month, we'll be looking at the first set of Let's Build Season 2, the Swamp Adventure set. So, that's going to be interesting. If you want to see what else I make, then pop on over to the channel, and if you like what you see, then click subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Fare thee well.